Welcome everyone. Welcome. Oh my gosh, you're getting a chance to look at my Keebler cookies. Anyway, welcome to the Mr. Brown Show. It's a Monday afternoon. It is January 13th. Somebody's birthday around here. Somebody's birthday. I know today would have been my mother's birthday. Um, Everybody, I welcome you to the Mr. Brown Show. Lots going on today. We are still dealing with the. It's not the aftermath. It's actually still going on in California. The California fires. Um, I did a sermon yesterday, and well, first let me just welcome BroncoIRadio.com for every second of the day and on this live. BroncoIRadio.com. We're proud to be. Welcome. Welcome to the Blue and White family of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated and the Soros of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Welcome. Also, welcome to Embracing Word Church. So, I was giving a sermon yesterday, and I talked about the title of the sermon was Has God Been Trying to Tell You Something? And originally, I titled it, Is God Trying to Tell You Something? But then, upon review and upon consultation with my pastor, we changed it to, Has God Been Trying to Tell You Something? And I put some interesting points in there. Um, some people will say, oh, those are not really that interesting, but it is, because what's going on in California right now, um, you can just say it's a coincidence or whatever, it has nothing to do with anything. But the Golden Globes had a segment, not even a segment, a piece of it where they were doing their comedic interlude, and they were talking about how many um, entities, how many sources are going to get thank yous for from the recipients of the Golden Globes. How many people are going to say thank you, Mom, for putting up with me, or I want to thank the cast and crew of this project, of this film, or this show. I want to thank God for making it all possible. And they had that up there, and they were talking about how they were showing that the number of thank yous they received in those particular categories of cast and crew, mothers, and God. And at that point, they said, so far we received, for the cast and crew, they received 13. For the moms, they received 3. And for God, he received 0. And the comedian said, wow, God, the creator of the universe, can't even get a thank you from a godless town. And that was the word, godless, from a godless town. And the very next day, the fires came. The fires started. And they haven't been able to put them out. Right now, they have I think it's 14% with the Palisades fire. If 14% of it is under control, it's still low. And then other parts that it spread to, it's like maybe 11%. But what happened was their resources, their water supply, their fire hydrants, they ran out of water. They didn't have enough water to put all these fires out. And now we have assistance from other countries other states, other California jurisdictions rendering assistance in trying to put the fire out. The United States military. And I was saying, has God been trying to tell you something? And have you been making a mockery or mocking God or mocking the poor? Because when you mock the poor, you in turn you mock God. And so I came up with a couple scriptures. I'm not going to go through my scriptures here, but it was interesting to see that this fire is still going on till this very moment as I speak. And that in some situations, in some areas where the fires were deep, where the overall majority of homes and property were destroyed by fire, there are some homes that weren't even touched, not even smoke damage. Their cars weren't touched, their homes weren't touched. Just something to think about. Just something to think about. When you wake up in the morning, you need to thank God for waking you up because a lot of people did not get that opportunity to do it. A lot of people did not have that opportunity. A lot of people, as I like to put it, met their appointments. You didn't. This is something to think about, y'all. This ain't a man-made fire. They may come up with something later on because they still haven't found out. They still have not determined how the fire started. But this ain't no man-made fire. And this ain't no coincidence. And it was no coincidence that the houses that were spared were spared. And that comedian who made the joke about God can't get a thank you from actors and actresses and artists and directors and producers in a godless town, guess what? God has a very sick sense of humor. And that's what you're seeing right now. This is something to think about. It's Mr. Brown Show.